I joined one university. And on my first year, when I joined, luckily I found P.S. Fikirini Jacobs Katoi Kaindi.
Yeah.
He was locking his office.
And
he told me, hey, young man, who are you? Because we reported like 1 week earlier. I told him, we are the new boys in this institution. He told us, there's no problem, come. And we were so excited, and he told us, can you stand here? He paraded us and told us, can we take a photo here? And just like that, the passion in politics came. I remember one time the vice chancellor of the institution insisted that all the students who were supposed to vote by then must have a surety that they must have cleared school fee to vote their preferred candidates.
Ooh.
So I went to court.
You?
Yes.
Because of that reason.
Yes, and I told them, no. What is your definition of a student in this institution?
Yeah.
Do you want to mean that those who are not in a position to pay school fees are not students of this institution?
Ooh.
And actually I am happy, not within my grace, but by the grace of the Almighty, it was altered. And this is why we find a reason that now, why should we sit back, relax, and enjoy when we can do something about it? And the youths have said, okay, enough is enough. It's our time to shine.
Welcome to yet another episode on Life in Focus. It has been a beautiful year. It's raining in Mombasa, and I hear that it's also raining in Nairobi. So I hope that we are all staying safe and we are all carrying our umbrellas everywhere. In the meantime, here in studio, we are about to have an amazing conversation with a political activist based here in Mombasa, but his work spans up to Suba constituency. I'm speaking of none other than Tom Saboke. But before we get to our guest, my name is Miss Noni, and here at Life in Focus, we are saying, and kwa all our social media platforms, make sure you give us a follow, because that is where we post all the updates for this and many more interviews that we have right here. Now, back to our studio. Today in politics, we are learning about bed science. Yeah, for the people who are asking me what bed science is, we're about to learn what that is. And without wasting time, let me give an opportunity to my guest today to introduce himself. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, Noni. I really appreciate to be here. I am glad. This is a great team. And I am happy that we are here conversing about the future of our country and actually what we do as a people. Political activism, or whatever we call it political activism, is not a new thing to me. Yeah. As I told you, my name is Tom. They call me Maikutino Tom Saboke. My father is Tom Saboke, so I actually inherited his name.
So I think I introduced your father right now.
No, it's me.
Okay.
My Saboke is my grandfather.
Okay.
Then Tom is my father. And then they now call me Tom Saboke.
Oh.
Yeah, and we have another middle name, which is Otieno,
Right.
which I occasionally use. Political activism, I have done it for some time, not today, not yesterday. I didn't start like a week or months ago. It's something I have done for some time, especially I remember I started doing it back when I was still a student at the university. I remember one time the vice chancellor of the institution insisted that all the students who were supposed to vote by then must have a surety that they must have cleared school fee to vote their preferred candidates.
Ooh.
So I went to court.
You?
Yes.
Because of that reason.
Yes, and I told them, no. What is your definition of a student in this institution?
Yeah.
Do you want to mean that those who are not in a position to pay school fees are not students of this institution?
Ooh.
And actually I am happy, not within my grace, but by the grace of the Almighty, it was altered. And we had election that myself, I participated. In fact, I was actually championing for that because I was one of the students who had not cleared school fee.
And were you a voter, or were you in the ballot paper?
I was part of the team supporting those who were in the ballot paper.
So you were not vying for anything,
Yes,
but you're here rallying for people to vote.
Yes, I was an activist. Like I wanted the people to be heard. not everybody is outspoken. Not
Yeah.
everybody is going to speak. But there are few who will tell you, you see, this is injustice.
Yeah.
There's something that need to be done. Then I tell them, who is going to do it? Is it you? Is it me? Is it him? Then I tell him, okay, what are your reasons? Let us file a petition.
Now a question would be, have you ever been in a position where you're vying for any
Yes.
seat? Tell me about the experience.
At one time, still at the university, I was vying. You see, my passion and politics has come a long way. I remember the current CS for Treasury, Mbadi, came to vie in 2007. I think it was around 2007. Then I was a young boy. So we used to go after him. He used to call himself Nyang. Nyang is an animal, to mean an alligator.
Oh.
Yeah, so is a kind of name that they use the other side of the lake. So we used to go after him. We were singing Nyang, Nyang, Badi Nyang, Badi Nyang.
How old were
So
you
since
then?
then, I was just a boy. I can't remember exactly, but I was a boy. Then one thing that inspired me is some of the candidates that he was really going against were very fierce candidates.
Yeah.
One of them was Rateng Mayom. Another one was Zadok Siongo. And then there was another one that was called Ongoro Prado. Ongoro Prado was a name that came from the type of vehicle he was driving. So I said, I also want to be a politician, and I want to be like Ongoro Prado. In fact, among the candidates, Mbadi was one of the poorest.
Ooh.
So I was saying, if I become a politician in life, I will be like Ongoro Prado. So I will just be dishing money. Unfortunately, Ongoro died.
Ooh.
Yeah, Ongoro died. We buried. True story. Yeah, true story. For the people who come from Suba, they know him a lot, especially those who have been running. Yeah.
Now, from what I'm hearing is that you grew up in Suba. Your love for political activism started there. How did you find yourself in Mombasa?
Mombasa, actually, like we always say, education. All of us live. There are those who went to Nairobi. We joined Kenyatta University.
Yeah.
There are those of us who came to Mombasa, joined the Technical University of Mombasa. There are those who went to Kilifi, joined Pwani University.
Yeah.
I joined Pwani University. And on my first year, when I joined, luckily I found PS Fikirini Jacobs Katoi Kaindi.
Yeah.
He was locking his office.
And
he told me, hey, young man, who are you? Because we reported like 1 week earlier. I told him, we are the new boys in this institution. He told us, there's no problem, come. And we were so excited, and he told us, can you stand here? He paraded us and told us, can we take a photo here? And just like that, the passion in politics came until one time I was running as the chairperson of the Students Association.
That's very inspiring.
Yeah,
Now, we are you are a young man, and I know you're very conversant with what is happening in the country and the political temperatures and everything that's going on.
Yes.
And that is why our conversation today needs to be based on especially the young people of this country.
Yes.
We are currently running a movement, uko kadi, kwanza uko kadi wewe.
Niko kadi.
Uko kadi. Alright, so what do you think of that movement, and do you think will it help when it comes to voting? Because I was looking at the figures recently about when, especially in Mombasa, only 40% voted in 2020 in the last elections. So the question is, yes, we're registering voters, but will these voters go to vote? Do you think that will happen this time?
Well, thank you, Noni, once more. I want us to be very sober on the Tuko Kadi movement that was initiated by a very young man, Mr. Alan Ademba, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Alan, we really appreciate your effort for being on the forefront in championing the affairs of the youth through the Niko Kadi movement. Now, what I have to say is, I think the youths of this country are self-driven this time round.
Yeah.
They are awakened. And we have come to our senses, and we have realized that every single aspect of our lives is linked to politics.
True.
From health to education to security. Like I can tell you today on matters education, The downfall of 90% of our category 4 school, which are called C4 schools, is directly attributed to C1 and C2 schools that deliberately and overwhelmingly admitted students beyond their reasonable capacity. And this whole syndicate is linked to the Ministry of Education. Because last year, we had a central placement system that was developed and managed by the Ministry of Education. So who do you blame? The government. Is that true?
True.
And you see, in an event that you overcapacitate an institution, what happens is this. The capacity of every institution is directly proportional to the infrastructure within that institution. If you abuse this ratio, then definitely a dormitory that is supposed to carry 100 learners is carrying 150.
I know.
A classroom that is carrying 50 is supposed to carry 50 is now carrying 70. A laboratory with an ideal science practical that is supposed to carry 50 learners is carrying 70, each of them sharing workstation. This alone is abusing the true framework of the competency-based curriculum.
True.
And this is why we find a reason that now, why should we sit back, relax, and enjoy when we can do something about it? And the youths have said, okay, enough is enough. It's our time to shine.
I love that.
Definitely.
So you do believe that we're going to get to the polling stations and vote?
First of all, let me tell you, my name is Mike Utenotom, official name. I'm a registered voter. I vote in Suba South constituency in a polling station called Soko Primary School. My member of parliament is Karoli Omondi. Karoli Omondi is in the Linda Mwananchi movement. And I was very proud and excited to hear that they are coming to Mombasa, in fact to Tononoka. And it was my personal initiative to mobilize my friends within this region to go and listen to what Karoli has to say, some of the ideologies that he's selling to the people of the coast region. And in fact, as a brother, Karoli did not disappoint. I have never met Karoli on one-on-one occasion, but I went to Tonga Boys High School. By the time I was joining Form 1, his father, Mwalimu Acholaga, was the chairperson of the board of management of Tonga Boys High School. So at least I have some interaction with the family. In fact, when I'm going home, I use that route called the Lakinyero. Yes. And we were very keen to listen to what are the ideas that they came here. And actually, Carol did not disappoint. One of the ideas they were talking about, it does not require rocket science for the people of this region to know who is robbing of their minerals from Rima Hills. Refer to the story of Jacob Juma. It does not require rocket science for the people of region to know who is robbing of their jobs in the Kenya Ports Authority. Refer to the MD of the Kenya Ports Authority. It does not as well require rocket science for the people of this region to know who is grabbing their lands. And these are real issues that are affecting the people of this region. And that is why I said, when we left the rally, they told me, absolutely, if this is your member of parliament, then you people are lucky and we are willing to share our ideas with the people of Linda Mwananchi. And that is why they have unanimously agreed when we were living there that now we will support Sifuna, we will support Orengo, we will support Osotsi. And that is the idea that we are pushing.
That's really, really amazing. And it is very inspiring to see the young people being open to listening to these people and actually judging them from their words and actions. That's really inspiring. Now, when we are talking, because the truth is we are facing a calamity right now. As much as we are talking about everything that's happening, there is a lot of corruption in every department. Ministry of Health, Ministry of Transport, Ministry of Land, there is corruption everywhere. Now, as a young person, what would you tell the young people of this nation? How should we handle this and how should we handle this? Because this is our country. We are preparing it for our children. We want to leave a better place for them. How should we tackle this as a generation?
Thank you. You have mentioned corruption. It is the biggest disaster in this country. And just last week, the Auditor General gave a report that we have lost close to 10 or 6 billion from e-citizen.
That is a lot of money.
Is diverted to a private account, which is not known to anybody. The other day, we had close to 11 billion Kenya shillings lost from the Social Health Authority. Allow me to talk briefly about the situation in the country. Today, we are laying off 15% of the government share in Safaricom. And what is the idea behind laying the 15% of the Safaricom shares that the government stake in Safaricom? That we are looking at this money, locking it in a national fund called the National Infrastructure Fund that will then map commercially viable infrastructure like Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. But you cannot tell us that you are laying off this 15%, which is translating to 200 billion, when you cannot manage share.
Yeah.
How are we sure
It
that
does
the
not
200
make sense
billion
to
is
us.
going to be safe?
Yeah.
And already the 11 billion that you had is lost. That is why I'm saying corruption is a very big menace in this country. It is a very big trouble. And mostly when we are talking about parastatals, especially, you saw the rate at which they were selling shares to KPC, Kenya Pipeline Corporation, 9 shilling per share. That is direct devaluation of shares to favor the interest of a few individuals who are willing to put their money in KPC. I am very much I'm very much sure in my conscience that KPC was undervalued.
Oh.
And the shares were not to be sold at 9 shilling. I was willing to put my money because I am a very interested person when it comes to shareholding. Because currently, whatever is drawing us back, especially the young men, if you look at the Nairobi Stock Exchange market, currently we are facing a disaster, especially with the ongoing war in the western region, Iran. You see Nairobi Stock Exchange market is losing billions on a daily basis. So most of the investors are not willing to put their money in the shareholding. But shareholding is one of the businesses that is doing really well.
True.
In the Republic of Kenya. You get that? Now, if we in our capacity have the audacity to steal from the people who are giving us, then what are you telling us? What else are you telling us? What else are you telling the people? How else are you going to convince the people that we are going to manage your funds when you have already stolen the little that they give you to manage?
True. So the goal is, at the end, is we eliminate everybody who's been mismanaging our funds, mismanaging the resources that we have. Now, the national government is responsible for appointing some of these people who are managing these resources. For example, the Kenya Port Authority, the person who's there was appointed by the national government and all those people. So the question would be, do you think as young people we have an opportunity to one day be in these spaces where we are managing these things and running all these things?
I want to tell you for a fact, Noni, that you are overqualified to become anything in this country. You, as Noni. You can never point at somebody else and you say, you see, as I rate Tom, he cannot be in a position to run this kind of institution. What does it require to run Kenya Ports Authority as the managing director? They say you have to be a captain one. Recently they were doing an interview. Correct? How many captains do we have?
Very few.
And the very few, don't we have any other that can fit in our age bracket? I'm not saying they are too old to hold offices.
I think there is one. Maybe they should comment down there. Yeah.
Don't we have anybody that can control court?
We do.
And then? It is just greed for power and money. That is what is driving our leadership of the day. And you see the slogan that everybody is pushing, that drain the swamp, drain the swamp. You see, draining the swamp is almost very difficult because a government is a system.
Yeah.
A system that is running. In fact, if a president leaves office, his footprint will still remain in that government for 3 years after he has left office. Because a government has a wide wing. There is departments, there's ministries, there's there's KDF, there's everything. So you cannot tell us that now let us drain the swamp. No.
It won't
Once
happen.
we get, it is not easy to drain the swamp.
Yeah.
But it is easy to change at the top. Once the top is corrected, you cannot, you see, ukianza kushuku, if the top, the boss at the top is scandalous, then how do you expect the minors or juniors to behave?
That makes sense. We follow the leader.
Yes. So there is just one problem.
Yeah.
And once we solve the problem, then we, with the time, will solve the other problems that are remaining. First of all, we have one task. And the first task is one term.
One term.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the first task.
That is
For the young people.
For the
I
young
don't know
people.
for you.
I am also a young person. I don't know, when you were talking about young people,
You're a
you're not
journalist. You don't take sides. You don't take
I am
sides.
a young person, a journalist.
Yes.
So now we are talking about a lot about the people we choose, the people we are putting in power, the people we are voting for, and all that. Now there's a question, because sometimes as young people we do get carried away by the movements. We do get, when as a young person you were talking about Nyar who? It was Nyar, the person you were chanting and supporting as a young boy. Nyang, not Nyar. Nyang who?
Nyang. John Buddy.
Nyang Buddy. You are a young boy at that time.
Yes.
Now, that is the same thing that is happening in the current generation. We are following movements. We are following chants. We are talking about something because it's trending on Twitter. Now, question is, as a young person, on a personal level, what are the things that we should look out for when we are choosing a leader? Like, how do I know that this is a person I can trust? Because the truth is, these people paint a very beautiful picture when they are campaigning, when they are vying for these seats. They are all over the place telling us about how they're going to bring us milk and honey into our counties and whatever. But what are these things? Because you've been in the space. You've interacted with a lot of politicians. You are knowledgeable about the systems and everything that's happening in the country. So what am I looking out for before I choose that person on that ballot paper?
Thank you. In politics, the first thing we have in politics is interest. Every politician is defending interest, not the interest of the people.
Aha! Get that clear.
They will never tell you because you have never been in the political space. But I have been with them. I have sat with them. In fact, before I changed into activism, I was a journalist like yourself. I remember one time I was going for audition at Kiss FM. By then, there's a photo I showed you where Jalango, Kamene, and I'm in the middle. And I was conversing with the then journalist, who is now a member of parliament. And he told me, I really need young people who would champion for Langata so that we can go there and change the mentality. You know what happens these days? Politics is interest. In fact, I was surprised that my friend, my good friend, Jalango, was shifting from Langata to Senate. What would make somebody make such move?
His own interests.
No. The politics, especially that of Nairobi, is the interest of the president.
Oh. It is not a personal interest.
It has to be calculated. If you leave, who comes? Then when you go, who goes away?
So it is a cycle.
If he leaves, Abbas will come as the member of parliament. And if he goes, Sifuna will leave as a senator of Nairobi. The interest of the president is met. And that is why I always tell people, anytime you are electing anybody to any position, look at their interest. Whose interest do you weigh? Do you feel that it is to some extent favoring the people? But they can never 100% favor the interest of the people.
I think that's something that very few would admit publicly.
Very few.
But it is very important that as young people we get that very clear in our minds.
Yes.
It is never about our interests. Just
No.
look at the interest of the person you're voting for.
You go, you come, you go, get here, we remove this one, we fix, then this is the result. Okay, what is the result? This is the way to go.
Now, question would be, because if we are talking about systems, wewe ukiingia, huyu ataingia, it's something that's discussed in a boardroom. Wewe utakuwa a senator, wewe vie for, all that. Where is the future of independent candidates? Because there are independent candidates who are vying for seats. We have there's the MP for Nyali.
Muhammad Ali. Yes.
Muhammad Ali. So, question is, what is the future for such politicians?
Now, I will tell you, you hear what ODM is crying for now when they get into a coalition with the United Democratic Alliance, UDA, is zoning. Do you know what zoning is? Zoning means do not touch areas that are meant to be ours.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Mombasa is ours. Please do not field a candidate. And sometimes it's very difficult in very hostile regions like Nyanza to present yourself as an independent candidate going against the party, the Orange Democratic Movement. So the future of, in my own opinion, from where I sit, since we lost Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, independent candidates will have a say. Yes, because if we have regions that are dominated by parties, then it is the party that speaks on behalf of those people who becomes their member of parliament.
True.
That is what I have told you. So the future of independent candidate, I think I have answered your question, is more brighter if these political parties are not zoning regions to be theirs.
All right.
That now Vita constituency belongs to ODM and will field a candidate who is ODM. During the 2022 and 2017 election, we had this idea of 6 Ps. You vote the MCA, ODM, the women rep, ODM, the member of parliament, ODM, the governor, ODM, the president, ODM. The positions are 6. That is what we call 6 Ps. So that is what has always been killing the future of the independent candidates. But now, at least when we are seeing other candidates coming up and the party is giving others an opportunity, then we feel that most of the independent candidates are going to have a future. Today we have an election. Recently we have a nomination that was done in Imura Dekir. We lost Joanna Ngeno. UDA has won with dollar line. And there's a young man who is very fierce. He was the personal assistant to Imura Dekir, member of parliament, Joanna Ngeno. His name is Bulu somebody. Bulu is going to find it difficult because once dollar line has been elected by the United Democratic Alliance to bear the flag of the United Democratic Alliance, then he cannot win as an independent candidate.
He will struggle. It
Yes,
will be a huge struggle.
because a member of parliament is also used as a negotiation in the table. How many members of parliament do you have? How many governors do you have? The strength of the party is felt by how many elected leaders do you have? You have a party. You have not even a single MCA.
Wow. Now, there's a young politician watching you right now, and the question now rises because we are realizing that when you join a party, especially these big parties, ODM, UDA, you are not really making decisions. You're being directed on what to do, where to vie, all those things. Question would be, how do they get out of that grasp? Because we have a generation of leaders who are very woke. They are aware of the wrong things that are happening. They're aware of the injustices that are happening, and they do not want to be part of it. But they might be tired because maybe they are in the political party that's doing all those things. Okay, so how do they segregate themselves from all these and lead the people without feeling the guilt of carrying the burdens of whatever their leaders are doing?
So many people, especially politicians, are captives of political parties.
Exactly.
Yes.
How do you escape that captivity?
Escaping the captivity of political party is very dangerous. Yes. It is almost called suicidal in politics. If you escape the matrix, if you are a member of the United Democratic Alliance or Orange Democratic Movement, and you decide to go against the decisions of the party, you face the same things Osotsi faced the other day at NDC. He was removed as the deputy party leader of the Orange Democratic Movement. So the impact will be felt in 2027 when now it will be vying in Vihiga. And ODM shall have done mapping. And they will not be considered. And
they have a candidate there already.
Yes. There's even, you don't know, unless you run, there's a very serious extortion in political parties. Some political parties really extort members of parliament because you have to service the party to get the certificate.
I've had stories of you paying a certain amount to even be in the nomination ballot.
Yes, they are valued on what position you want. You want to be a member of parliament. And that is why some of us who have the potential to run and do not have the
potential in the bank,
you have no place in the political party.
That is really sad.
Yeah, and you had my good friend, Karoli is my friend. Karoli is my member of parliament, and I love him passionately. He confessed on national television with Jeff Koinange and said that he has spent billions of money.
Billions?
On Orange Democratic Movement.
No, question would be, is it worth it? Because if I'm spending billions, what is the salary of an MP? Let's start there.
No, the deals are bigger than the salary.
So there's more than just the salary.
There's more. If you're a member of parliament, there's more than just the salary.
Okay. So
what is the salary of the president?
I'm not sure. What is the salary of the president?
I'm asking you. How much does the president have?
I'm not sure. What is the salary? Please tell me.
Whatever the president is earning, if they will tell you that the president is one of the highest paid public servants. Let's say it's earning 1 million Kenya shillings. Do you think 1 million Kenya shillings per month is worth fighting for?
That cannot sustain for the president.
So why is it that everybody has to fight to become the president of the Republic of Kenya? There's more to it than just the salary.
The salary?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we will continue this conversation in a few. Okay. We're going to take a very short break. And as we take that short break, please go to all our social media platforms. Make sure you give us a follow, because this is where the updates of this interview and so many more that we've done previously will be posted. Run there, give us a follow, give us a subscription, because that's the easiest way you can support this channel to bring you more amazing content. My name is Miss Nani. See you in a second.
Kila siku wananchi wa pwani na Kenya kwa jumla kupambana na changamoto ambazo haziwezi kufichwa na siasa. Barabara hizi, wananchi hawa na maisha kila siku yanaamuliwa na wachache waliokalia viti vya mamlaka. Lakini je, viongozi wetu wanatimiza kweli ahadi zao? Wananchi wanasema nini? Na ni nani anafaa kuwajibika pale ahadi zinapokosa kutekelezwa? Pwani nzima na Kenya kwa jumla inahitaji majibu. Ni wakati wa kuweka viongozi kwenye mizani ya ukweli. Tunachambua, tunahoji na tunawajibisha. Mimi ni David Otieno. Ungana nami kwenye The Power Seat, kipindi kinachohoji viongozi bila uoga na kuwasilisha maswali yako moja kwa moja.
Welcome back to yet another segment. This is the last segment of this episode on Life in Focus. Today, our guest is Tom Saboke, a political activist whose work has been spanning from Mombasa to Suba constituency. He is a Bachelor of Education Science. That is his profession, right?
Yeah.
Now, we've talked about politics and the works that you do in political activism and everything. But there's something else that I saw, that you are a director of the Saboke and Sons. Please tell us about that and what you do. Because as much as we're talking about politics and everything, we must also make sure that our young people are empowered and the community gets to know what they're doing. And we get to support you in that way.
Oh, inspirational hour.
Yes.
Okay,
inspire us
them.
away.
Okay. Let's inspire them. We inspire them, sorry. Saboke and Sons Modern Furniture. That is it. Saboke and Sons Modern Furniture is a business that was registered by my dad. My dad is Mr. Tom Saboke.
Yeah.
He's a carpenter by profession. Yes, he studied, I think, at Kisumu Polytechnic. By then, it was never.
You think or you're sure? You know, you think or you are sure
see,
he studied there?
my dad, I was never born. So I can't be sure whether he studied there. What he told me is that he studied at the Kisumu Polytechnic and he's a carpenter by profession. So in the I think in 2015, we registered this business and Saboke and Sons Modern Furniture. And we have done a lot of tenders with the government. I remember we have worked with the Super South Constituency Development Fund.
Yeah.
On tenders, and we have also worked with non-government organizations, including World Vision Kenya, which we have also supplied with some of our goods.
Now, when we talk about goods, I want us to specify what exactly are these goods are you talking about? What do you make? Do you even have maybe photos that you can share with us later on?
Yes, I can. What happens is, most of the businesses that we do are tenders. If you understand what tendering is, we take like we come to your school. You need desks, you need lockers, you need chairs, and then we do the procurement is done. Then we are given the tender. Then we deliver, and we deliver perfectly. I really would ask you, please work with us. We also do the home furnitures, which is also good. But I was in the process of explaining what happened. Between 2020 and 2021, my dad didn't understand how digital marketing really works. And so you see, Saboke and Sons ilianza kuyumbayumba kidogo. So when I went back to him, I told him, you see, now businesses are there. And competition is very stiff. You cannot continue like this unless you understand what is digital marketing skills. They are big, they are monsters in these industries. There are people like Morara Home Furniture. You cannot compete them in this industry if you don't understand the art of marketing your business. And he told me, mtoto yangu mimi hizi vitu sielewi. So I was in the process. Actually, we were registering our TCC, tax compliance certificate, and we're asking anybody who is willing to work with us, please give us that job. We are satisfied, we are registered. You can always reach me at 07 90 74 93 60 or at my email otieno.com2019@gmail.com. Yes.
All right.
So we have been back, but tumeshika shika kidogo. When we get perfect, nitakununulia chai.
Ameahidi mbele ya camera. Remember, this content will be existent for a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so ukisikia na kudai chai when I'm 80, remember ni hicho.
Itashika. We are very hopeful that it will do fine. I'm still working on it because what I thought, I have some grasp in business. What I thought is I was supposed to buy some name, some business name. In business, I don't know how we call it. I have just forgotten. I can use your name. You have a brand, Noni. But I want to sell my furnitures.
Franchising.
It's called
franchising, yes.
I don't know.
Where you take someone who are, for example, I want to use, I think I'm going to use brands that are food related.
Okay.
for example, Pizza Inn, there's that whole brand.
Uh-huh.
So you go to them and you tell them you want to open your own Pizza Inn somewhere. So they come, brand your shop, give you lessons on how to, everything.
Yes.
So is that what you want to do?
So listen to my plan. My plan was, because I am so much associated to politics, I actually reached, when we were having our ODM, we were celebrating ODM at 20, I don't know at what.
Yeah.
In Mombasa, I had access to Kasmal Makor. And I told him, I'm not even talking to you on issues of politics. I want to reach to this guy. This guy I've always been mentioning, this big brand.
Yeah.
The Morara guy.
Yeah.
And I told him, what I need, I also deal with furniture.
Yeah.
And the market is very rough because competitors are so many.
Yeah.
And what we are selling as yendi. Mimi naomba tu jina so I can compete with in the coast region.
Yeah.
Then something with that is that you have to pay something.
Yeah.
And then you have to live to the standard of that.
Exactly.
Brand.
Exactly.
You get it?
Yeah.
Si ati mtu akija anunue kiti yako ivunjike anasema hii si.
So lazima ukuwe na quality control ingine kali sana.
So our agreement was very simple. What I wanted to do, although it did not materialize, that is why I'm promising. My idea was, if you are to give me your name, and I'm supposed to trade on your name, then I will take products from your company on discount.
Ah.
Yeah.
So you don't have to make them. You just get them from him and you have a shop in Mombasa.
Yes.
That's really smart.
That is what I wanted to do, actually. I told him, if Morara, you can give me your name, I can trade on your name. Then if we are to do business, I can buy some of the products from you so that we can maintain your standard of the furnitures. Si ati leo ikuwe menunua hizi ni za Morara. No. I want to buy from you.
That's amazing.
There is no competition of... Have you seen Morara around?
No, I've not.
There is no Morara in Mombasa. So that was my idea. Whole idea.
Well, I hope that our viewers will help you with that.
Okay.
Tag Morala Kibaso everywhere.
Okay. Please tag him. Tag him. My number is Nile. You will tell them my number.
I think we're going to leave your contact down there because we tag Morala Kibaso and to the point that he notices you and gives you an opportunity. Because I feel your idea is very out of the box. Because most of the time when I'm listening to young people, muni support jamani, muni support. But for you, it's more of, just give me a very small door and I will open the gate for myself. Yes. That's amazing.
The problem with the young entrepreneurs, you see, even for me, I work with so much. We have not made so much that we can say we can stand on our own. We go and pick a contract, then we go to the bank and lobby with the bank. Bank, give us a loan. We complete this tender, you pay. But hizi the government zinatuosha, unabaki na loan mpaka vitu zako zinakuwa auction tena. So business is difficult. Yeah, but we are hopeful. We cannot give up. You see, we left several kilometers.
Suba is very far.
We can still be here. Yeah, if I get that breakthrough, I will really thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Now, we are almost coming to the end of this conversation. It's been a very inspiring conversation. I love the fact that you are speaking to the young people and giving them very, very huge chunks of things that they should go and chew, especially when it comes to politics and the leadership that we desire. Now, what is that one point that you want them to remember you with from the whole conversation?
The whole conversation, nobody is coming to do it for you. Do it for yourself.
I think I've had that severally, and it's about time young people got that.
Yes, nobody is coming. Everything, even if it's that election, do it for yourself. It is your do it for yourself. Yeah, if you keep complaining, then I don't think it makes sense. The world is difficult for everybody. Yeah, everybody has got a different angle, a different problem.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is face these challenges. Wake up every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go head on. Go hunting.
Thank you. I love that.
That is it.
Well, you're going to give us your social media platforms because Morala Kebaso will be looking for you and we don't want him to have a hard time getting to you.
Are you sure he'll be looking for me?
He will be. I trust my people.
Sure.
I trust my people.
Can you be sure?
I am sure.
Morara Kebaso, I am a young man.
Please don't make me a liar.
Morara, my name is Mike Otieno Tom once again. I run Saboke Sons Modern Furniture. Not run as such because I don't have an outlet. I'm just going to take tenders and I execute them. But I wanted where I could have my outlet on his name, then we would do a business with him. Please reach out to me. Reach out. My handles are always the same. You can reach me on Tom Otieno, Mike, that is on Facebook. We have another Instagram account, which is also Tom Otieno, or you can reach us on Saboke Michael as well. I come from Suba.
Yeah, okay.
You could be wondering why I'm Otieno and Suba. In Suba, we have Suba North and Suba South. Suba South, we have Wagwasi, Wasweta, and Wasabo. I come from Wagasi.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm learning new words today. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So I come from Wagasi. Wagwasi. It's big. We also have Kamwenda, Kadiboro, and Kachuodo.
Okay. Yeah, new words every day. Well, thank you so much for being in studio today, Tom. We got to learn a lot, and I know the people who were watching got to carry something home. I hope that they get to listen to your advice and follow it, because as a generation, it's time that we woke up. It's time that we started doing things for ourselves, and it's time that we decided that enough is enough. So for everybody who was watching, make sure kokadi, subscribe na uchukue kura, and also go to all our social media platforms. We are live in focus everywhere. TikTok, you guys are doing an amazing job. I've seen the engagements there. Facebook, Instagram, continue following us on YouTube. Remember to give us a subscription. My name is Gathoni, forgive me. Remember to give us a subscription, because that is the only or the littlest way you can help us as a channel to bring you more amazing content about this topic, which is political, business, and life, and every other topic that we do. My name is Miss Noni. I am Miss Noni on every social media platform. Until next time, kwaheri.